Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Dota 2 Canada Cup cast. We've got Niz here on the mic. I don't know why I introduced myself in third person, but I did. You're watching NizCast, and we're going to cover some of Group D. We've got all of Group D to cover tonight. 5 games, as we were originally scheduled to start at 6 p.m., but it's 6:26 right now.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. We had EverNovaS, which is playing on our dire side, even though they're using the name View 6. It is EverNovaS. They were playing in another match in a different tournament in Pro Dota Cup, I believe, playing up against Animal Kingdom. So they were stuck in another match, and they ended up losing that series 2-0, I believe. I know they lost the second game. I didn't watch the first. But yeah, so we had to wait for them to get in here, and there's draft penalties start right after they're 10 minutes late until eventually 25 minutes late, and you get a DQ. But they got in right around the 10-minute mark, and then we had a few players failing to load and stuff like that. So 26 minutes late, we are right now actually getting started and getting into things. But we are started nonetheless, so I guess we can't complain any further. But let's get into talking about who we got here. We've got EnemyGG. They're going to be playing on our Radiant side. Like I said, EverNovaS, not EverNova, that we saw in Group A, that we've casted a bunch of recently in the Open qualifiers. This is EverNovaS, with an S on the end. I know it's very confusing, but it is what it is. They're going to be playing on the Dire side. And then following this, we're going to have a match between Digital Chaos and DKB, aka Drinking Boys. And that's going to be all 4 teams that we're going to cover here for the Group D. And when we're all said and done, after 5 games, we'll know who finishes first, second, third, and fourth in the group. And the first 2 will go to the winner's bracket for the playoffs, and the bottom 2 will go to the loser's bracket for the playoffs. And Group D is our last group, so when today's done, we'll know who plays who. And all that, and we'll be able to formulate our brackets and figure out what's going on there. I mean, technically, I think we can already extrapolate most of the information, but then it'll at least be finalized, so we'll know exactly what's what. But without further ado, let's get into talking about the draft. We've got Alchemist and Death Prophet banned out by EverNovaS. Beastmaster and Slaughter were the bans for EnemyGG. Then into the opening picks, Doom and Lion for EverNovaS, Bounty Hunter and Dragon Knight for EnemyGG. Next bans, Lifestealer and Sven banned out by EverNovaS, Axe and Lich banned out by EnemyGG. And then into our second round of picks, where we had Invoker and Phoenix snatched up by EverNova, and Disruptor and Darkseer were the final picks for EnemyGG. So already we've got Darkseer in the offlane for EnemyGG, Dragon Knight in the mid lane, and then the double support duo of Bounty Hunter and Disruptor. So they're looking to add on a safe laner. As for EverNovaS, we've got, well, we're not, I guess, well, we do know actually. Doom's going to be in the off lane, Invoker's in the mid lane, and then we're going to have Lion and Phoenix as a support duo. There is the option of putting Phoenix as an off laner and running Doom greedy position 4 in the jungle. I don't think we're going to see that, but we may see, as we get to later on into the laning phase, we may actually see that rotation occur. So Doom goes and hops in the jungle, and Phoenix goes and soaks a little bit of XP in lane.
10 seconds remaining.
But we'll see exactly how they do that. Either way, both teams looking for a safe lane hard carry.
5 seconds remaining.
And Lycan is going to be the ban from EverNovaS, as they only have 10 seconds reserve time. Whereas EnemyGG, they've got their whole allotment of reserve time here, so they're going to take their time.
Radiant
They're going to ban up the Anti-Mage. EnemyGG's turn to pick the final hero.
Ten seconds remaining.
One of our big contested heroes in the Spectre still in the pool.
5 seconds remaining.
See if either of these teams pick up a Spectre.
Reserve time.
Of course, Slark is also still in the pool. EnemyGG love running Slark. Either way, they're taking their time to decide here. Apparently not knowing exactly what they wanted to go after. But once again, probably just taking that reserve time, running through all the options, running through all the options through their head, making sure that they know exactly what they're going to be going up against, and they're going to pick up a Troll Warlord. So this is the second Troll Warlord we've seen. We saw another one, was it last night? I think it was last night. Picked up. So is Troll back? Are we going back to the Troll Warlord and Sniper meta? Please don't. Please no.
10 seconds remaining.
That was an interesting time for Dota. I think everyone was sick of Troll Warlord and Sniper every single game. Then again, I think people just get sick of the same heroes every game anyways, with Invoker constantly getting picked. As Spectre, there he is, getting picked up by EverNovaS. So we will see Spectre. And we've got both of our teams finalized here. We're going to hop on into it. So once again, guys, this is for the Dota 2 Canada Cup. We're in Season 7. This is Group D. And we're going to finish out all of Group D tonight. We've got 5 games in store. And if you want to know what's going to be going on with the playoffs and what the schedule is looking like for the playoffs, there's a tentative schedule up, which I think the first couple days will probably be at least accurate. Might even all of it be accurate and not have to be changed. But that's on dota2.ca/schedule.
5 seconds.
So if you're wondering when those games are going to be on, you can go there and check out that schedule. I'm not listed there as one of the casters, but I'll be casting all those games as well, so you can hop on over to this channel and check them out if you don't want to go over to one of the other channels. Beyond that, there's a ticket in game. That's what I'm casting through. I'm casting on Dota TV, so you can see the bar at the bottom. So go ahead and buy that ticket in game. Support the tournament. Support the prize pool. And do what you can to support esports. So just waiting for Boris to, I guess, get back from AFK and pick his hero. As we got a pause here, but when that resumes, we'll introduce our teams and our players and get going here. So let's talk about the draft while we've got a little bit of break here. Let's talk about where each team's strengths are. Obviously, with the Spectre being on our dire side, they have a lot of strength going into the late game. Invoker's another one who's going to be able to support that. In their laning phase isn't too bad. They've got an Invoker up against Dragon Knight matchup in the mid lane. They've got, I guess, decent ability to zone out a Darkseer, but maybe not the best. And that's going to put some pressure on their Spectre, which is going to be a little bit rough, but he should be able to deal with it. With the Doom in the off lane going up against Disruptor and Bounty Hunter, he could potentially be a little vulnerable. It's always difficult to lane up against a Troll Warlord as it is. But with the Disruptor as well, it's going to make it quite difficult for the Doom to get a lot of XP in the off lane. But we have just resumed, so let's introduce our teams and our players. On our Radiant side is going to be Team EnemyGG. We've got Lumdon playing the Bounty Hunter. Sovereign, who I was watching a stream the other night, he's going to be playing Darkseer. Frozen's going to be playing Disruptor. Slayer is playing Dragon Knight. And BSJ, Banana Slam Jamma, he's going to be playing the Troll Warlord. Onto our dire side is Team EverNovaS. They're going by the name of Views 6. I don't know why. They obviously just selected the wrong team. But we've got Way2 playing the Phoenix. Boris is going to be playing the Doom. Demon is going to be on the Lion. Kushu, which I believe is Justin, is going to be playing the Spectre. And Yawar is going to be playing the Invoker. Lumden already scouting out Boris here, seeing exactly where that Doom's moving to. Not sure if he was there for this Observer Ward getting placed. I don't think he would have been able to get there in time
30 seconds to battle.
to see that going down. But another Observer Ward getting placed up by the top rune. So both observer wards going down already from view 6. We've got one placed from EnemyGG up in the top lane. But looks like they'll be holding on to their other one for now. And that observer ward has scouted out this Darkseer, so they know exactly where Sovereign is.
The battle begins.
And Bounty's placed a sentry ward to block up that camp. And it looks like the bounty runes have been split. Yuar's picking up his, and Slayer has picked up his. So both mid laners will pick up their bounty runes and head back towards their lanes. And speaking of those lanes, looks like we're going to have the Dragon Knight up against the Invoker in the mid lane as we expected. Top lane is going to be offlane Darkseer going up against a safe lane farming Spectre, supported by a Lion and a Phoenix. In the bottom lane, it might be an offlane Doom. He's going to make his way down there. Sovereign's taking some damage up in the top lane. Doesn't look like he's going to go down here, but yeah. So Boris will kind of be in the bottom lane, but not immediately to start things off. He's going to start off in the jungle. And in the bottom lane for EnemyGG, we're going to have the Troll Warlord farming with the Disruptor supporting. And of course, we expect the Bounty Hunter to be moving around all over the map. As EverNovaS was actually keeping their courier in their base, just being kind of safe until they could escort it across. They were wary of the Bounty Hunter. But when the Bounty Hunter showed himself up at the top, they were able to send that courier out. And then you saw a little bit of hesitation as they were sending it back. But Lumden wasn't going for it, so it's going to be perfectly fine. But there's Boris after getting one creep and doing one camp in the jungle, hitting that level 2. He's going to head down towards the bottom lane, where he's going to immediately get harassed by Frozen. He's going to drop the Thunderstrike on his head. Like I said, it's going to be very, very difficult for this Doom in the lane to go up against the Troll Warlord. Looks like Yuar's off to a little bit of a rough start here. A Slayer's sitting at 11-1 CS compared to Yuar's 5-0. So the Dragon Knight getting the early lead here. Sovereign able to snake that Invis rune at the top. Looks like Boris is going to pick up the bottom, which is going to be a bounty rune. Speaking of bounty, we got Bounty Hunter in the mid lane as he's going to drop a sentry ward, and just barely will be able to reach their sentry ward. As the courier from EverNovaS is going to head out and send the boots of speed to Yuar. Lumden once again not going to be in position to go after that. He will open up on Yuar, get a little bit of harassing. Oh, the EMP actually just barely hit both of them. So both heroes losing all of their mana, so not really going to be able to follow up with anything there. So we've got more pings coming in because Way2 has rotated towards the mid lane. He's going to drop a sentry, and they're going to counter out the sentry coming out from EnemyGG as we continue to have these Revelation wards in the mid lane. Boris taking more harass in the bottom lane. He's going to get zoned out. Now he's probably going to go back to farming the jungle. Once again, he can't do this camp because it was blocked up by the Bounty Hunter. He sees that right now. He actually should have noted that on his way down. Lumden needs to be cautious. There's a ping came out, so he knows that there's a sentry ward there. Bounty rune picked up by the Phoenix as he starts rotating back towards the mid lane. Bottom's going to be an arcane as Boris gets engaged on by Frozen and BSJ. He already got glimpsed back, and that's going to allow him to then just TP away without any interrupt. He'll actually just TP to the tier 1 tower so he doesn't go all the way back. But he takes a little bit of a detour with that glimpse in the TP, and he'll still make it towards the bottom rune, or pick up just an arcane. Our mid lane continues to be dominated by Slayer here. He's at 25-2 compared to the 17-6 from Yawar. Both our safe laners are roughly the same at 30-18 for Justin and 30-5 for BSJ. Surprisingly, the Darkseer's been being shut down really, really hard right now. Only 7 CS right now and just barely level 3. We do have 2 heroes from EnemyGG up in the top lane now, as actually Sovereign's going to rotate away. Boris taking advantage of that camp now that it's no longer blocked by the sentry ward. Get a little bit of farm as best as he can, but once again, both offlaners really struggling here. And with EnemyGG rotating their Darkseer out of the top lane, that gives some space for the Bounty Hunter to sit in the top lane. This is kind of the idea that I was thinking that EverNovaS might do at one point if their Doom has to leave the bottom lane, and it looks exactly like they're going to do that. So they're going to send the Lion down instead of the Phoenix, but same kind of principle. And Boris is actually going to TP down here again. He does have Demon in behind him. I'm not really sure they can set up much here. Just with level 3 on Demon, they're just not going to have enough damage. They don't have level 6 on Boris yet, and they don't have level 6 on the Lion, so there's really no damage that's going to kill anyone. Note the infused rain drop on Slayer, as more players keep experimenting with that. I like it. Especially going up against EverNovaS, as we're going to have some action in the bottom lane. Yawar is going to TP down, but he's going to get glimpsed back immediately as Boris charges for his kinetic field. Going to get dropped. First Blood's going to go to EverNovaS. They're going to get the kill on the Bounty Hunters. Frozen's in trouble as well. Justin's going to get a double there, but here comes Slayer. He just killed Boris, and now he's going to go for the kill on Justin. BSJ is going to get it. But either way, it's 2 kills either way. As Demon's going to try to TP out, and oh my goodness, 21 HP. The attack, there it is. Going to chase him all the way back to the fountain, but he will have regened all the way back up. And it does actually hit him. But either way, we have kill split, 2 apiece there. And you have to say, you know, Justin came down there, he got a double kill, but then he died, and I think that's going to have to be a win for EnemyGG. On top of that, EverNovaS also devoted a teleport to the Invoker, who wasn't able to be there because of the glimpse. I think it's a slight win for EnemyGG because they didn't lose their course. And well, Demon will just throw out that stun, just barely allowing him to beat Sovereign to that top rune. It's just a bounty rune, but still. Now bottom regen rune, gonna get snatched up by Boris right in front of Slayer and Frozen, but he needs to be careful. Actually, no he doesn't. Yawar's coming. His Tornado's gonna fly in, it's gonna catch the Disruptor, toss him up in the air. BSJ's there to throw out a set of axes, but it's not really gonna help. There's our 3rd kills on the board for EverNovaS as they drop that Disruptor. Checking in on Justin. He's got his phase boots and urn. Nothing else really standing out here. We got another infused raindrop on the Troll Warlord. Yawar's even gone for one as well. Yawar's going to open up on Slayer here. He's going to drop the EMP. Slayer popping into the dragon form before he's got no mana to do so. Right, pops his stick. Looks to re-engage here as he's got TPs coming in from BSJ and Frozen. But doesn't look like there's going to be any real engage. Both teams just going to walk away from each other. So still pretty quiet early on, but they're going to look to change things. We've got a smoke here from EverNovaS. 3-man smoke, start moving towards the bottom where the bounty hunters just died to the Spectre.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, way too smoke. Will get popped by BSJ, but just his. Yawar and Boris are still smoked, and immediately pings come out.
Well-gotten gains.
Dire's top
Slayer
tower is
TPs to the
under
mid
attack.
lane, and immediately some more pings are coming out. The fact that there's going to be heroes below that mid lane. As demons hide in the trees here. Just be careful though, Frozen and Sovereign are nearby. There's no vacuum available on Sovereign yet. He's only level 6. Demon actually very, very lucky there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
If there was vacuum, they could have killed him when he was right here. Based on their positioning, they would have just broken the trees with vacuum and kinetic fielded him in, and he would
Radiant's
have just
bottom
died.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looks like we got an armlet completed by the Dragon Knight. Just needs to deliver the items. We've got a couple other armlets in the works. You got a Helm of the Dominator completed by the Troll Warlord.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
They start working on this top tier 1, and we've got Boris up here. We've got Demon up in the trees above the tower, but it's already going to go down.
Dire's
Sovereign's
top
going to get the
tower
last
has
hit.
fallen.
And yeah, EverNovaS rotates 3 heroes up here to the top lane, but they're way too late. And it's just really just a waste of time. Meanwhile, Justin's just been farming in the bottom lane. As now TP's coming in from EnemyGG down towards the bottom as they're going to go on the Spectre. Axe is going to slow him down from BSJ as he's going to haunt and jump up to the top lane. Off of Sovereign, he gets out of there safely. Yawar's up to 1,400 gold, so almost has his Midas completed.
Almighty money.
Radiant's
Now
middle
it looks
tower
like
is
we're
under
going to have a
attack.
push in the bottom tier 1
Dire's bottom
for
tower is
EnemyGG.
under attack.
As another smoke gets popped, this time it gets popped by Slayer. He's going to turn around into 4 heroes from EverNovaS. As Frozen, Lumden, and BSJ going to come out of that bottom lane to try to help out. But the Dragon Knight is dead to start things off. Here comes Justin. Comes in with the flank positioning. As we have a Supernova coming out from the Phoenix, but he's not really centralized. So it's not really going to do much when it explodes. But look at this. EverNovaS keep charging past the tier 1 tower. Sovereign is going to drop a wall of replicas. As BSJ is going to get focused down and he's dead. Now Boris is going to be the focus target from EnemyGG. But Sovereign and Lumden are both pretty low on HP. Not really sure if they're going to be able to do this. EMP is going to be just in range. I think that hit him. Either way, it's Justin who gets the kill there. As we lose a bunch of heroes on the side of EnemyGG, and we still have Frozen below the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. He needs to get out of there.
Radiant's bottom tower
It looks like
is
EverNovaS
under
is actually
attack.
just going to back. They're not going to keep pushing and take that tier 1 tower. But they are going to dive past the tower and go after Frozen. Glimp's going to send back the Spectre, but the Doom's going to be able to finish the job. As Sovereign on his TP's going to now go on to Boris. We got 2 more TP's coming in. BSJ and Lumden going to come in and try and kill this Doom and make sure they revenge the death, or avenge the death of their disruptors. Boris with a little bit of juke in action isn't fooling anyone as he goes down there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
1,400 gold now up on Justin. So he gets closer to that relic. We have a buckler and 500 gold for Sovereign, so he's getting closer to his mech. He still needs a little bit though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Demon's looking for a flank play here. Still has Finger of Death on cooldown. Justin's gonna haunt on in. The tower will have gone down, but BSJ is gonna die as well. And Sovereign will make it back to the tier 1 tower. But Pink's coming out back here. That maybe Boris wants to go and cut him off. Sovereign's just going to TP to the mid lane where EnemyGG. You're going to look to go for a trade here. Sensing that they're going to lose their bottom tier 1 tower. They want to go for a trade for the tier 1 in the mid. But look at this. And EverNovaS sending their heroes up. A nice scan placed on the minimap by EnemyGG, indicating that there is a rotation coming in, scouting that out. And they respond appropriately at moving away from that mid lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
$2,200 gold for Justin.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
BSJ's got 2 Band of Elven skin. 2.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Why would he have 2? Either I am completely drawing a blank or that's got to be a mistake.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, I'm not entirely sure on that one, boys, but we've got a Lion sitting at just under 2,000 gold, so Demon getting very close to his Blink Dagger. And those are 2 big items that are in the works here for EverNovaS. Of course, we expect Demon to get his Blink Dagger a little bit earlier, but then the Radiance is going to be coming out from the Spectre. Certainly plays like this might help, as Yawar is just going to come out. He pretty much does it himself, as Demon wasn't even a part of that to get any of the assist gold. As he's going to miss a stun there, but he won't miss the Hex or the Finger of Death, as they're going to find another kill onto Lumden. And now they'll start chipping away at that mid tier 1 tower. All the while, we've got the Spectre free farming up in the top lane. And BSJ's doing what he can in the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But this tower should be enough gold for Demon to get his Blink Dagger. They just need to make sure that he doesn't die here. And this does not look like it's going to be contested at all, so it's a free tower kill for EnemyGG. Or sorry, for EverNovaS, excuse me. And there's that Blink Dagger getting purchased by Demon. Yeah, at the same time, we've got Sovereign picking up his mech. So 2 pretty big teamfight oriented items. Picked up. Is Boris just going to finish his buckler as they start moving towards the top tier 1 tower, where now we're going to have Justin TP down to the bottom lane and farm up these creeps down here as he's getting closer and closer to that relic. 3,400 gold. Should put him up around 36, almost 3,700 gold. Raising the bottom there. As Demon's going to get a Hex off onto Lumden once again. This Bounty Hunter. It's been a rough game for you. As Lumden sitting at 0-6-2 right now. As Glimp's going to send Demon back towards the top bounty rune. As Static Storm's going to go down a wall as well. As Way2 gets very low, but he drops into the Supernova. And he is centralized this time. As he's going to explode, they're going to then jump onto Slayer. So it's going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of EnemyGG. Just the one on the side of EverNovaS. And it actually ends up to be about the same gold change. Although that didn't really show the kill on the Bounty Hunter. But either way, stun's going to come in from the Doom. As he's going to toss that Golem stun onto BSJ, who is going to make it up to the high ground and to the safety of his tier 3 towers. He has some TPs coming in. Way2 stuck around. And he goes down there. Did he get glimpsed? Yeah, he got glimpsed. Either way, EverNovaS is definitely overextending there instead of just taking the tier 1 tower. Trying to chase down that Troll Warlord, trying to get that extra kill. But obviously not finding it there. Once again, Justin's just been farming. And look at this, BSJ's picked up a Dragon Lance on the Troll Warlord. That's the item he went after. Yeah, 626 gold for the Spectre. We've got a point booster up on Yawar. And still just that buckler recipe sitting in the stash for our Doom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Slayer, he picked up this armlet quite some time ago, and he hasn't really seen much progress in terms of his items at all. He's in at 5.7k net worth, where the highest in the game is pretty much going to be split between Justin and Yawar, both sitting around 8.5, 8.6k. And then quite a ways behind them is going to be BSJ at 7.3. Then Sovereign and Slayer at 6.5 and 5.8 respectively. But we're going to have a smoke from the Troll, the Dragon Knight, and the Bounty Hunter. So they're gonna look for a kill. Unfortunately for them, they're not really gonna find anything. I'm not even sure where they think there's gonna be a hero. There's no way the Spectre would have been sticking around the farm there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So they expect him to be up here farming, I guess.
Are fortified.
Luminan's gonna scout it out. They're gonna find Justin.
Dire's middle tower.
He's gonna toss his dagger into Roche Pit and see if anyone's in there. Either way, he's gonna try to run in. He's gonna pop the haunt. As nice stun from Demon's gonna hit too. As the courier comes in, delivers that radiance, and now, oh my goodness, EnemyGG are on the run here. Justin's just gonna chase them down. He gets one on the one kill there with the disruptor, and now he's gonna keep going after Slayer. Nice Sunstrike will just barely touch that Dragon Knight. And Slayer will turn around, stun up Justin, and Justin getting very, very low HP, but he has just enough to survive there. Nice use of the magic wand to survive that extra attack. Just playing a little bit of mind games there with Slayer. But now it's going to be it's a rough point in the game for EnemyGG with Spectre just hitting his radiance, and Justin's just been having a fantastic game right now. I think he's at 7-1-7 right now is his hero record, and he's pretty much just been free farming all game long. But he hasn't. I mean, I guess that hero record speaks for itself. He's been a part of 14 of 18 kills on his team, so he hasn't been super passive. He's just been free farming and being involved in the kills. Of course, jumping in with Haunt helps with that, but yeah, EverNovaS is looking very, very strong right now. So we still don't have this, the Buckler delivered here for the Doom. He does just finish his Vlads. The BSJ is going to go after BKB, and he's going to buy the BKB recipe first. There we go. Yawar, Demon, and Waitu. Where are they going? A couple of them headed into Roche there, but now they're following Yawar. He's venturing down to the bottom lane, where it looks like he's just going to stop and farm. Drops a meatball and wipes out the creep wave. It seems like they're just constantly always behind Justin. They TP to a lane where he is, and then immediately he TPs to a different one. And as soon as he does, then ping comes out showing where he is. But where's enemy going? Seems like a couple times this game they've gone for these rotations, like they're going for a gank, like they're going to pick someone off, but that is nowhere near where EverNovaS are on the map. I mean, I guess maybe they're trying to avoid. The first time it was a smoke. This time it looks like they're just forfeiting Roche, and they're going to go for the top tier 2 tower. But they need to be careful. We've got a smoke here from EverNovaS rotating up, and they could get caught here. Slayer with an aggressive positioning here with Invis. Is Roche going to go down? Spectre's going to pick up the Aegis as he was soloing. Now he's going to haunt on in, and this is going to be a disaster for EnemyGG as they're going to lose their Disruptor. BSJ getting very, very low. He'll go down, but he'll trade with Yawar. As we have 4 heroes dead on the side of EnemyGG. The only one left alive is Lumden as he'll try to TP out, and he'll be successful. But nice play there from EverNovaS. As once again, EnemyGG just seem a little bit behind, or maybe that was just EverNovaS being ahead. Because EnemyGG, they read the map, they knew what was going on, they knew that they were pretty much going to forfeit Roche there and going to go for a trade of the towers. But EverNovaS read that perfectly. They went for that smoke, they left their Spectre to solo Roche. He got up there and they left it just the right time to get there in the to get to the top lane at the right time, and at the appropriate time for their Spectre to kill Roche.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But now tier 1 tower goes down, and Aetherland's going to get completed by Wave 2. Got a couple heroes up here in the top lane from EnemyGG. But not going to use the Glimpse to send back the Spectre. Boris has finally delivered that buckler. As now he's picked up a Shadow Amulet, so he's going to start working towards most likely a Shadow Blade. You have the Aghanim Scepter completed for Yawar, and he's got another point booster. Slayer's added on an Ogre Club, but only up to 1100 gold. What's the progress on the BKB? We've got Ogre Club and just a BKB recipe. Does have enough to buy the Mithril Hammer, and he will do just that. So BKB is going to be completed by BSJ, and so is the Shadow Blade on the Doom. So Yawar will have that in the next fight. Let's take a look at Justin, where he still, of course, has that Aegis, but he's got the Radiance and he's got a Yasha. And I think this is probably his completed Manta. Yes, it is.
Money changes hands.
So it looks like EnemyGG going to look to group up here. Justin's going to walk right into him, not realizing which team he's on. Because he's going to get stuck in a Static Storm kinetic field. He will get one. It's just going to cost him his Aegis. As Boris comes in, he can throw the Doom onto the Troll Warlord. Justin respawning now. There goes the Troll. As Justin starts charging forward, he'll get the kill on the Disruptor. And then he's going to haunt on past out of that kinetic field. He's going to jump on his Slayer, who will turn around and stun him. He's going to keep running though. 400, 300, 200, 100. And just barely makes it to the fountain, and Sunstrike not going to land. Slayer jukes off to the side there. But once again, only remaining member on the side of EnemyGG. They lose 4 heroes. And another gold swing going the way of EverNovaS. That's about 2,700 going their way. And we take a quick look at our gold graph. And it's still going to update for what just happened, but it's been EverNovaS pretty much all game long. But a 15k gold lead, I think, by the time this will sort out. Of course, XP is going to look pretty similar as well. Boris comes out of the trees, runs into Frozen. Now he runs into Slayer, and Lumen's going to run into him. Sovereign, BSJ are there as well. It's full. All of a sudden, 5 heroes here from the side of EnemyGG. As Boris, not really sure what the play was to go up and smack Frozen once there. But he will throw away his life. He didn't have any teammates with him. And now we're going to have a 5-man smoke from EnemyGG as they're going to look to turn things around here. And hopefully pull themselves back into this game as Scan's going to get used by EnemyGG off to the kind of right-hand side of their jungle. It's not going to find anything as Yawar's going to toss out a tornado. Going to land on a few members. We're going to have the Supernova come out as Slayer just gets focused down without much team support because they were all caught in that tornado. With BKB pop, BSJ is just kind of running back and forth, not really making full use of that BKB because they were more so disengaging with it. And it'll be the Dragon Knight for the Disruptor as Justin continues to jump around and he's doing just that as he's jumping back and forth between different illusions. Either way, that got him a kill on the Bounty Hunter. As EnemyGG loses 3 heroes and just gets that kill on the Phoenix, and now EverNovaS is going to push and bring down this tier 2 tower in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not much they're going to be able to defend here against that, but now they have everyone up, so the tier 3 push won't be a reality.
Double damage.
They started rotating some heroes towards the bottom, but BSJ knew that rotation was coming, so he's going to TP away. There's an observer ward scouting these two heroes right now, which will quickly get dewarded. We've got a gem up on the Doom right now. As Yawar is going to find a kill up in the top lane on Sovereign.
My powers. But then, who is?
Horus Shadowblade comes out of the jungle. Where did he put the gem? Did he pass it to... Oh, he passed it to Justin. EverNovaS is in complete control of the Radiant jungle right now. And there's really not much space for EnemyGG to get some farm. They're not able to go up into the top lane. As Boris once again opening up. He's going to go on to Slayer. As here comes everyone though. Nice stun by Demon's going to land on 3. And 1, 2, 3. They all go down. And there comes the GG. As Lumden dies at the same time. As EnemyGG tap out of this one. As they get walked all over. 34-8 by EverNovaS. EverNovaS fresh off a series where they just lost to Animal Kingdom, but looking pretty good in this one. And they'll take the game, and we'll see them again in our third match of the night. Of course, we're going to see EnemyGG again in our fourth match, in our losers match. But our next match is going to be Digital Chaos versus Drinking Boys. The winner of that will play EverNovaS. The loser will go on to play EnemyGG. So guys, I was Niz. Hopefully you're enjoying the cast so far, as we've got 4 more matches to go tonight. And like I said, the next one's going to be Digital Chaos versus Drinking Boys for the Dota 2 Canada Cup Group D action. And we'll be back in, well, how long are we going to be? It's scheduled to be about 8 minutes start time from now. But we'll see if we actually start on time. Hopefully we do. But either way, I'll be live when we do. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.